Happy Monday. Welcome to another episode of Tell Me More with Tony Moore. I'm your host, Tony Moore. Thank you guys for joining. I am super excited to sit down and talk to my good Judy, Miss Shangela Laquifa Wadley. Now, she is one of the girls that no matter when I call her, whatever I have her or need her to do, she's always just like, yes, I'll do it. And me, the same for her. So we're going to sit down, we're going to catch up and see what she has been up to during this quarantine that got us all stuck in the house. So let's go ahead and patch in Shangela. Oh, hot building. She ain't coming out with a box this time, though. It's just going to be her. All right. Is the internet working? Oh!
Is the bus still running?
Look, is it still running?
Yes! Hi!
Hallelujah, honey. How you doing?
Hallelujah, indeed. Oh, I'm as well as can be expected during this crazy time out there. But I'm thankful. I'm at my family's house in Texas, and the rain is coming down. So, child, she all right though.
Oh, look, now I know for sure you got to be in the house because when it rains down south, everything gets shut off. You got to shut off all the lights. Ain't nobody watching TV. You take a nap all day. That's how we normally do it. How's the family doing? How's Shangela doing? How's everyone?
Thank you for asking. My mom is good.
Mm-hmm.
And it is just a challenge to sometimes convince her that she doesn't need 3 trips to the grocery store a day. My mom, she loves going to the grocery store. It's her thing. But she's been doing really well along with me in practicing these socially distancing guidelines. And my grandma's good. She's being taken care of by some great healthcare professionals. But, we're very on high alert because she's like 83. And we're like, okay, every time anyone walks in that door or walks out, you are washing hands. If you feel sick, please don't come in. We will find someone to cover your shift. It's just we're operating in a new world right now. So we have to do the do.
Yeah. So I wanted to have a chance to talk to you because finally you have to sit down because you don't ever sit down. You are always on the go. So the quarantine has forced you to sit down for a second.
Tony, it is very strange to me. And, I'm not complaining in any way because I know that a lot of other people out there have a rougher road than I do. I mean, my inconvenience is that I sit out in the house. But some people are out there on the front lines, like doing hard work or dealing with it. But it is different for me because I've always had the freedom to get up and go. And I'm a workhorse. You know me. As if I haven't said it before, 184 cities in 1 year. She was on the move. And so this is new. But you know what? This time has given me a chance to have some quiet time and create. I do a lot of my work. One time, Jennifer, of course, I always talk about my good old Jennifer Lewis. She told me, baby, now this is a time that you can create out of purpose and not out of necessity.
Yes.
And I was like, wait, let me think about that. She'd be laying some deep stuff on you sometimes. I'm like, wait a minute, what was that? What did I mean? But it is true. Now I can create out of, okay, what do I want to create in this moment? What kind of, whether it's music for a new tour or whether it's writing, in my journal and hopefully putting together a book one day. I've written a film with my friend Deborah Dean Davis. And so we're in the editing process on the film and the rewrites and pitching ideas to produce and also figure out ways that we can best promote the new We're Here show from the house, from being inside. So it's a time to create. And so I can't complain about that. I got to be like, all right, Fish, you got this moment. Don't waste it sitting here watching 19 shows on Netflix.
Okay. Sitting there watching Tiger King.
Girl, he got me for about 2 good episodes. And I said, okay, now, I lived this experience in the country, bitch. He was in Oklahoma. I was in Texas. I knew this. I didn't have to watch all 9 or 8 episodes.
Girl, she got me hooked. And when I tell you I felt uncomfortable, I was like, listen, I'm going to have to turn this off and delete my history because I don't want nobody knowing that I saw it.
I live for the animals. I've always been afraid of big cats. I just feel like you never know. Just look at Siegfried and Roy. You never know one day where they're going to be like, you know what? I've been obedient for 20 years, but I'm going to eat that ass right now. I don't know. So I ain't playing with wildlife like that. I don't, I wish them all the best, but do it from over there. I don't need no big cats in my backyard and all. If I see a lion on the loose, I'm moving.
Okay, you and me both, because I ain't got time. I look, and I'm dark meat. You know, dark meat's good.
Yeah,
So
we're
you ain't about to
fried.
eat this up. Okay, so you consistently stay busy, and I always feel like you're one of the queens that really capitalized on her appearance on Drag Race. Like, what did you do early on to really capitalize on the success of the show?
A lot of people ask me this, and a lot of girls even like, "Hey, Shangela, I want to do like you did. What did you do?" And I
Yeah.
always tell everyone this: Look, I was a worker bee before I went to Drag Race, and
Mm-hmm.
I was a worker bee throughout Drag Race, and I'm gonna be a worker bee after Drag Race. That's just
Mm-hmm.
how I grew up. I grew up poor. We didn't have no money. So
Right.
if you wanted some money and you wanted to keep up, and I wanted to go to activities in school and do all that, I had to go to work and make some money. My grandpa was a farmer. My grandma was a housewife. I grew up for the most part with them, but my mom was in the military. Like she was all over the place and in wars and stuff. So if I wanted to have the things I wanted in life, if I wanted to go to college, I was going to have to work. I held
Yeah.
down 2, sometimes 3 jobs. So in going in Drag Race, first of all, I went to go win. That was my first motivation. I was like, oh, bitch, I'm about to get this season 2. It was like $20,000. I was like, oh, baby, I'm about
Yeah.
to get this 20 grand, make all my dreams come true. And when they sent me to the house 2 days later, I said, I was in shell shock. I was in
You
shell
said
shock because,
you sent all this home?
yeah,
Me. Like the $20,000 was
you saw
already
the,
spent before I walked through the door.
I said, now they saw I was wearing the corn. That should have won the pageant right there.
Signed, sealed, delivered. That's it.
That was the badge. So I remember going back, and I had quit my job actually to go to Drag Race. I was working at a PR firm downtown, and I remember when I told them that Drag Race films for 3 weeks, and I was like, hey, I might need to be off for like up to 3 weeks, and I found someone who's going to cover like all my clients and all that, and they were just like, what are you doing? And I said, oh, it's a reality show, it's a drag competition. And they were like, you do drag? And I was like, yeah, because I had just been doing it.
Where you do drag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when Jackie's back. Yes. So you decided to act. Yes. So
Yeah.
I honestly, I was kind of shocked because the owner of the company at the time was gay, and I thought, oh, he'll be cool. And he
Yeah.
was like, well, if you end up going to do that, we're going to have to let you go because that doesn't really align with the values of our clients or whatever. And I was
Oh,
like, now, do I want to be unemployed living in Los Angeles? And I really had only done drag like 10 times for 5 months, but it says 5 months, but I was only doing drag once every 2 weeks. That was my show.
yeah.
Once every 2 weeks at the Hair Lounge, right?
Yeah.
In
Oh, I
LA.
remember.
Oh yeah. See, this is why we're
Yeah.
so close, Tony. People don't know this. We've known each other since I started drag.
Yeah. Like but the strange thing is, I don't remember how we initially met. Like, I knew that we knew each other on the set of the Estadine
That was
music
it.
video.
That's how we met.
That's
We
how we
met
met.
on the
Okay.
set of the Estadine music video. Okay, I know I'm
Okay.
skipping stories. I apologize. To end the other one, the job ended up letting me go. I went to Drag Race because I was like, bitch, I'm winning this money. I didn't
Yeah.
win, but I came home and I was like, okay, I'm not going back to that job. I'm going to make drag work for me. And that's when
Hmm.
I started like booking myself. See, back in the day, they would announce that we were on Drag Race in like November, right?
Yeah.
But then the show wouldn't come out to like January or February. So you had November, December, and January. Bitch, everybody thought I was winning. I would tell everybody, they said, well, you can't tell us how far you went. I said, no, I can't tell you anything, but I'm just going to tell you this. You don't want to miss out on booking me, baby. And they would be like, oh, book her now. So I was collecting the bookings, bitch. So when the show came on, I was the first one to go. They were cracked, but they couldn't cancel my booking because I had put in the contract, I still get the check. So, and then I would show up and do a lovely job. So then they started to fall in love with me. Okay, we'll bring her back. But I had to
Yeah.
get my foot in the door some way. So, bitch,
Yeah.
everybody thought I was winning season 2. They were like, Shangela, you on season? Yes, I am, baby. Watch the
Yes, I
dolls.
am.
She's coming through. That's all I can say.
That's it. I can't give no more. No, I
That's
can't
it.
tell you
Nope.
about,
Can't tell you
but
no more,
trust
baby.
and
But
believe.
you wanna get this booking, baby. You wanna pay this check.
Because I remember you and I don't know if you remember this, we had a long discussion during maybe season 3, because that's when I was booking showgirls. And I was like, oh, I'm going to put everybody in rotation. And he was like, but Tony, I don't understand. I'm a hometown girl. Like, you wouldn't want me there every week? Like, I'm supposed to be. We talked on that phone for about an hour.
And you
I
did.
think
You put me on the show every week, though. And that's when I moved over from the Here Lounge. Season 2, I was in the Here Lounge. Season 3, I came over to you. And we met on the Esther Dean. So if people who are watching, hi, by the way, thank y'all for watching us. Tony and I were booked as background actors, okay? This is when I moved to LA and all we were doing was background work, trying to like get a job, right? So we just rack up the, what do they call it? Not rations. What do you get? A voucher. Rack up the vouchers, baby, so you can get in the union. So we got booked in a background for the music video, Esther Dean featuring Chris Brown. The song is called Drop.
Drop It Low.
If you go look, drop it low, girl, drop it low. And if you go look, me and Tony are in the background. I'm in a green t-shirt. I'll never forget. I was in a green t-shirt because I wanted to be seen.
Right. And I was in a blue jacket. But the tea is though, you left. You said, look, baby.
Now let me tell you why. Tony, that music video, okay, well, we were going into hour number 16. Shooting.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like, y'all, I got a job. I got shows. I got things to do. And I stayed all up until right after. Remember, Brandy came. Yeah. And she came through to see Chris Brown because they were friends at the time they had done the show. I don't know anything now, but and Esther Dean was there, and she was so cool. And I feel like somebody else came through. Anyway, celebrities were coming through. But at the midnight, I think about 2 o'clock in the morning, I tapped out. I was like, y'all got me. I'm in the way back. Y'all can't even see me no way.
sign this pay voucher. I gotta go.
I'm out.
I stayed the whole time, and they were talking about, oh, we have another location. I looked at them. I said, don't you send me to no other location. I got to go. I have given you all that I have to give, and that is it. I got to go.
Esther Dean, drop. We're in the video.
That's it. Okay, so
what other? Are you in any other music videos?
Oh, I'm in this music video called Professional.
Oh, you surely are, Tony. Tony was a backup dancer in the Working Girl music video, my first music video that we shot. And yes, that was sickening. That was so good.
I was like, this girl always have me doing something. All right, well, fine. If you shoot a music video, fine. I'm gonna beat it. Here we go. And had me with no shirt on. You the only person that got me doing something with no shirt on, but I was skinny back then, so I was like, I don't mind.
You did. You had the black straps and the gold pants, gold and black. Y'all look for Tony. Tony's in the music video for Working Girl.
I'm there. Okay, now listen. Since we talk about Drag Race, I have to mention this, and then we gonna mention it, and then we gonna answer it, and then we gonna move on.
Okay.
All Stars 3.
Ooh, I'm shook. Did you see me shudder?
Shook. Now, here's the thing. I feel like you go down in Drag Race history as one of those people that should have won their season. For you, how did you overcome that situation and like keep moving forward? Because I feel like everybody would have felt some kind of way, but I felt like you didn't let that stop you. You was like, I don't have the crown, that's fine, but that's not going to stop me from winning. But how did you personally get through that after seeing how it all played out?
Well, Oprah, I will say, you know what? I'm excited to tell you that I have a new stand-up comedy video special that's coming. Oh yeah, it's called Shangela is Shook. It's all about All Stars 3. It goes through episode by episode of all the behind the scenes that you never saw, funny stories from it, and kind of that whole fallout after the ending. That's going to be Shangela is Shook. It's going to release on a streaming service and the end of April, I believe. Okay? Middle to end of April. That being said, I will tell you this. In going to All Stars 3, I knew that I was, okay, Shangela, this is your last chance. I felt like whoever knows now. Yeah. But I said, this is your last chance to go back in front of your audience, your fans who have supported me in my shows since 2010, 11, right? 9, 10 years. And also to connect with a whole new legion of fans since the show has gotten so popular who don't even know who I am, right? Yeah. And so I wanted to put my best foot forward. That's what I wanted to go do. I wanted to go have fun too, because season 2, I was just happy to be there. I was like,
Yeah.
shit, I done 10 shows and I'm here. Yay! You
Baby
know?
drag. Just walked
Yeah.
up in there like, here I
And I
am.
was like, yes, ma'am. And then season 3, Rue had brought me back. I was the first queen he ever brought back. So I
Yeah.
felt like, okay, I have this huge pressure on me the whole time to do well and not go home and not let them down. I didn't want to let them down. That was huge for me.
Yeah.
So I was stressed both those seasons. See, All Stars 3, I didn't feel that huge stress. I felt confident in who I was finally as a queen. I felt like I had worked to build myself to who I was to that point. And I wanted to get ready. If anybody knows
Yeah.
me, the people, when I was getting ready, I set it up like Game of Thrones. Here I go, Game of Thrones. But
Here she
like a
go.
battle plan,
It's the
I had
mirror.
like, those, like you go to a corporate office and they have those big legal pads that you write on and you can stick the paper on the wall. I
Oh,
had,
wait. Hey, Raven. I see Miss Raven Simone
oh,
up in here. Hey, Raven.
Raven Simone, yay! I love her. We had such a good time one time in Chicago. She came to the show. She was so fun. We had an amazing time. Mwah, I love you, boo. So that being said, I went back to All Stars 3 like, okay, I'm getting ready for the war. And I had, I'm a list maker. I make checkbox
Oh,
lists
yes.
all day long. So I had that all up on that wall, like in those legal papers, like ready. I had everything checked off, every category. So I went in there just like, stick around and do the job. So every episode that I was sticking around, whether I was winning or not, I was like, okay, bitch, we doing this. And
Yeah.
I felt so much more confident. At the end, I never say, like people say all the time, Shangela, you were robbed, you were robbed, you were robbed. You will never hear me say, I should have won.
Yeah.
Because yes, I felt like I did a great job, but I should have won. That's not what my hurt feelings were. My hurt feelings were I didn't get to compete in the top 2. I think I definitely worked at least to deserve a spot in the top 2, right?
Yeah.
To at
Yeah.
least give me a chance to fight for myself. I don't need
Yeah.
nobody to crown. Let me fight for myself. And if I lose, I go down fighting it with a fair shot. But I
Right.
didn't get that chance. So that's what really, when you see my face in that moment and everyone always change it like, that
Yeah.
look, and I was fighting back tears because the reason I was hurt is because I just wanted the chance. I was ready, bitch. I was
Yeah.
ready. I had the coat on. I had stunts and shows under the coat. I had a piñata duct tape to the back. I had a sledgehammer up one sleeve. Bitch, I was about to give y'all wrecking ball the house down.
You was about to slay.
Bitch, full on, so you think you can dance lyrical twirls. I was about to go in. And so when I didn't get the opportunity, that's what really hurt me the most. It wasn't that I didn't win. I know what that feels like. Because let me tell you something. When I walked in there, I was winning.
Right.
In my mind, I walked in there already winning because look at my career over the last 10 years. No matter what I've gone through, I've been able to continue pushing. And I knew no matter what happened in that room, I was going to push on.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what you did. Like I think we all as fans and friends, we felt for you in that moment because we were just like, she's been killing it this entire time. You can't tell me this girl didn't walk in prepared for this. And she's not in her head, she's having fun, and she's done stuff prior to getting here to prepare her for this moment. And y'all are not letting her continue to shine. Y'all kind of snatched that away from her. So I think
And All Stars is one of those games where a lot of emotions get involved really fast because you have to. It's just such a rough thing when you have to send people home. I don't know who came up with that format. I understand they have to keep it as surprising, and it is what it is. That's the name of the game. We knew what we signed up for. We went in the door.
Yeah.
But it's just not a fun feeling when you win. You're like, yeah, I won a challenge. And then they're like, and you got to send somebody home. You're like, oh. And I knew no matter what anyone says, no one's ready to go home. You've always heard, oh, I had so much more to give. I just got started. No one is ready to go home. So when you are the person, it's one thing if Rue does it because they're like, okay, that's Rue. I bow down to Queen Mother. She made that choice. I got to live with it. It's fine. But if another queen, even your homegirl, sends you packing, you're never going to think it was justified per se. You know what I mean? It takes a real special queen to go, you know what? Let me look back at that. Is she right? Especially in that moment. And then when they came back to vote, you got to think about, we filmed All Stars over a series of 3 weeks, right? Some of those girls had just gone home 4 days ago. So you just chopped the doll and then she's coming back. I mean, I don't hold any grudges against any girls. That's just not how I live. I think if you hold grudges and you send negative thoughts to people and that kind of thing, it hurts you more than it hurts anybody else.
Exactly.
And I ain't trying to be hurt. I'm trying to live and have a good time.
Okay.
So I just feel like in that moment, though, there were a lot of hurt feelings in that moment. People, and none of us had a chance to talk it out per se. And even then, people aren't going to understand that moment. You ain't seen how it looked back. You ain't seen yourself on TV, how it looked. You thought you were burning it. And then the next thing you know, what you mean you sent me home? Oh, I can't stand her. So I knew there was going to be some hurt feelings and maybe some personal motivation. But I also thought, you know what? I'm pretty cool with all these girls. I loaned things to girls on the runway. You can see some girls are wearing jewelry. That's mine. You know, I danced backup for certain girls, helped choreograph numbers for girls. So I thought, okay, well, maybe they're going to let me pass through. Maybe. Yeah. Even though I sent 3 out of the 6 to the house, okay? 3 out of 6. That's half. Yeah. That's 50%. I was like, okay, I ain't no good math girl, but I feel like, I don't know. So when they didn't vote me through, it hurt my feelings. I was like, damn, I just wanted to do this final lip sync. Yeah. You know, in my mind, I would have loved to have the moment Ru putting the crown on my head and feeling that, you know, the check would have been nice too. But at the end of the day, it was what it was. And when I went home to my room that night in the hotel room, I remember because I journaled every night. We're in a hotel room, you know, they take all your shit. You can't talk to nobody. You in there. I journaled every night because I wanted to be really clear about what I was setting forth to do the next day. And I wanted to be really clear about what I had done that day and how I was feeling about it. So I was like, I'm going to have to journal my way through this one because I was just like, you know, I wanted to smile and laugh and be like, it's all good. Everything's cool. I'm fine. But it still hurt. It was like, damn. Because it was just like, I didn't get a chance to fight for myself. It was like I did nothing to lose the pageant. Right. It was taken from me. Yeah. No, we definitely felt that and felt that feeling. But it was good that you kind of got through that because holding negative feelings, again, like you said, only hurts you. Yeah. And sometimes you just got to let that go. But that didn't slow you down at all because next thing you know, here she go in typical Shangela form. She now on the big screen. She on the big screen with A Star Is Born with Lady Gaga and doing all the things. Like how was that moment? Because I know that you knew Gaga and her team before, like doing Art Pop, because she had came to the Mickeys and you and Courtney Act had performed, so you was already kind of in, and now you really in with the movie. So how was that experience for you? Well, let's keep in mind on the end, we weren't at the time, you like homegirls, like she didn't like call me up on my cell and be like, hello, Shine, you know, very that. No, it was not that. The last time I had seen her really, besides going to concerts of hers, was when we did the applause thing. And that was in 2012 or 13. Yeah. So like 5-6 years had gone by, right? Yeah. And I, you know, continued to work as an actor. And I think that's what also helped me to get the role because I had not stopped working in guest star roles and just out there going to the auditions, getting told no, keep going. You get some, but you keep going. You know how it is. Oh, yeah. So when A Star Is Born came around, I didn't go in for that audition because originally they were casting for a Marilyn Monroe impersonator. Now, not that I don't think I'm a lovely actress and a drag queen can really go out there and do anybody she wants to do. That's true. But if they were looking for spot on Marilyn Monroe, bitch, it don't matter how much time I done stayed at the sun. I ain't got to look like, you know, something like a hot Marilyn. But listen, this Hollywood, honey, I would have got the blonde. I would have put that mold. Hold for it. So I didn't go in for the initial call. And then I got a call from Bobby, who is Gaga's manager, right? Yep. So Bobby Campbell called me. Well, actually, he emailed me. And he said, hey, Shangela, I hope you remember me. We met at this guy, GT Dave's Valentine's party. You performed. LG, that's what he called. LG heard that you didn't come in for the audition and really wanted to see you for this role. She thought you'd be a good fit for the role. Is there any reason you didn't go in? Well, bitch, I had to reread that email like 3 times. First of all, Gaga's manager is emailing me. Number 2, LG had heard that the doll didn't come in, and LG wanted to see the doll. Right. So I was like, oh no, man. I emailed him back so fast. I said, oh baby, I thought y'all was going to spot on Maryland. I'll be there tomorrow. And I went down to Hollywood Toy and Costumes, bitch. I bought me one of those white Maryland dresses in the bag. I had the woman who worked there, Miss Thing. You know, she makes wigs, Laura. She makes wigs from the girls. Miss Laura styled me the blonde Maryland. No, not even a dark root. I went spot on blonde Maryland. And I did my mug, and I put a little more.
Just
with the eyeliner pencil. Bitch, and I went right over there and I sang, I want to be loved by you, just you, nobody else but you. All that, bitch. I was in there. But let me tell you, when they called me maybe a day or so later, because when I came home, I felt good about the audition. Yeah. But I didn't know. And I recorded this video. I never record a video after audition because you never, child, the key to auditioning, after you do it, unless you forget about the callback, put it out of your mind. It doesn't happen. If you get it, yay. If they don't call you, it didn't have nothing to do with you or your talent. Always work on yourself, but you might just not been the girl they wanted that day. No tea. Right. I recorded a video walking back to the house saying, like, I feel so good about this. I hope I get it. God, please, I really would love this role. You know that. Bitch, I got a call within 2 days, and they said the casting people really enjoyed you. And I said, oh, I got Black Maryland? I'm going to be Black Maryland? They said, well, no, you ain't going to be Maryland. You didn't get Maryland. But they enjoyed your personality so much, they want to write, they're going to increase one of the roles and give it dialogue for you in the movie. Would you be interested? Word. And that's how I got the job of the bar manager. And actually, they named her Shangela, which I don't know if you catch in the movie. She says it like a second. But yeah, so I had the role of Shangela in A Star Is Born. And I was just so grateful and thankful. And then Gaga on set was a dream to work with. And she's like, I ain't gonna, you know, it was just her birthday. I live for her. This is one of the people that I look up to so much because she has explored so many of her talents, right? Okay, I'm a singer, great. I can get this choreography, dancer, lovely. You know what? I can also act. Watch me on American Horror Story. Watch me in these films, lovely. You know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create a foundation. I'm gonna be involved in a nonprofit, lovely. She just had, oh, y'all didn't know? I'm a jazz singer too. Watch this. Come on, Tony, let's do this gig.
Everything.
So, to be able to work with her was like a dream come true. And she was so like your homegirl on set. Like between takes, she didn't go off to her trailer and just disappear until they call. Actually, she would turn around and be like, Shine, so tell me a story. What? And I'm like, you know, bitch, I went into full story mode. I was like, let me tell you this, let me tell you that. Girl, guess what? How was it working with Beyonce, bitch? All that. It was great. She was great, and Bradley was great. And I'll never forget that experience. Because of being in A Star Is Born, I was able to, like, go to the SAG Awards and all this stuff that I grew up watching on TV, go to the Oscars and be the first queen to walk the carpet. And I went with Jennifer Lewis, who's one of my greatest friends. It just was like, all of this has been a blessing, like, truly. It's been great.
Yes, it was so great to not only see you, but also a lot of the local queens in that scene as well.
Yeah. And is it Hummingbird?
Miss Hummingbird Meadows.
Let me tell you something. They love
Samantha Starr.
Yep. They enjoyed my and Willem's chemistry so well that they altered one of the scenes to just be that scene when we walk in and Bradley gets up on the guitar and starts playing was originally a different type of scene, but they really enjoyed me and Willem's chemistry together. So they kind of reworked the scene a little bit so that it was just the four of us, and so that we could improv off of each other. And because Willem and I had worked together in the Hurricane Bianca film, and just were queens who knew each other and Kiki, it was just so fun for us to be able to throw half of that stuff. Not half, I won't say half, but like some of the things on there weren't even in the script. It's just improv, and it ended up making it in the movie. And then watching the movie for the first time, I was in London at the premiere. That's the first time I got to see it. And my mom was sitting next to me, and girl, I had wore that big old, you know, my big old Diana Ross big hair, and I was in the corset, and there was no time to change. So there I am on the fourth row, in my corset, in my gown, with my giant hair, leaned back on the seat like this, because I didn't want, that's exactly what it was, because that's exactly how I looked, Tony, because I was scared that somebody from the studio, like Warner Brothers, like Mr. or Miss Warner Brothers or whoever, was gonna be sitting behind me and was like, now this bitch with this hair sat in, you know how they be. Cause so
Yeah.
girl, I leaned, this is me watching the movie, and my mama kept going, "Are you awake?" And I'm like, "Yes." Shh, shh. So, and when we saw it, because that was the first time I got to see it, it was
Yeah.
shocking that every scene that we shot ended up making it into the film.
That's
Even when
amazing.
when we come back and she's on the phone in the bathtub, Allie, and we're like, "Girl, we miss you. Come on back, girl. I put, Enter your station, girl." That was
Yeah.
all mostly improv, and we shot that like we didn't know that was gonna make it. And we just shot. It was like quick little insert, and every scene
Yeah.
we shot made in the movie. So that's why I was so like excited. I love that. I love that movie. It's a little sad, so I can't watch it a lot as much as I
Oh,
would.
there's
But
a moment
I
where you
love it.
just got to cut it off and be like, I'm good at this. It's like watching Selena, and you watch it all the way until they throw the white rose, and you like, I'm good.
You know what's coming. Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
it's like watching All Stars 3.
You,
For me,
you
at least. For me. No
get
shade to any other girls. For me. For me.
you get up to that point, and right before they announce top
I'm
10, you
good,
know.
baby. I'm good. They say, all right, Queens, we've made a decision. Oh, I'm good. What else is on? How to Get Away with Murder. Lovely.
So you just mentioned the Oscars, and you look lovely, by the way.
Thank you.
And
Diego Montoya made that gown. Yes.
what describe that moment of being in full geese, lovely gown, with a woman that you truly admire, which is Jennifer Lewis, and have looked up to, going to an award show that you had only seen on TV. Like, did you have that moment of like, and what did that feel like?
Oh, I'll tell you. There were so many emotions, and I'm going to talk about this in a, a book that I'm writing. But I'll
Oh,
tell
here she go,
you,
plug it.
yeah.
It's one thing about my sister, she gonna plug. I ain't
The
gotta ask
doll
her to
is
plug. She
working.
gonna
What can
plug
I
it
say?
out.
The doll is working. Even at a time when, we are downtime, I want to use this time to create. Excuse me. And
Look,
Jennifer's
here she is creating too.
actually calling me on FaceTime. I'm like, and she's not going to like that I just declined her call. She's about to text me something real interesting.
She
It
gonna cuss you
starts
out
with
and say,
exactly, MFer. Pick up
yeah.
this phone. So that being said, getting to the Oscars, it was. I remember the more because it all happened really fast. Because in order to go to the Oscars, even though I was in a film that was nominated, everyone didn't get to go. You have to
Yeah.
be invited. You have to have a ticket. There's only so many tickets. Celebs only get so many tickets. That whole thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I actually didn't get a ticket. I got a ticket through Mark Shaman, who was nominated for Best Song from Mary Poppins, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Mark and Scott Whitman and Mark's husband Lou invited me and Jennifer to come. They're like, "You're in a film, you should be here." So
Yeah.
we have 2 extra tickets. You and Jen come. So we
Yeah.
were like, "Oh my God, this is amazing! I'm going to the Oscars, right?"
Yeah.
And I just get it. So Jennifer was like, "Look, I done this for many years. Let me tell you how these red carpets work. You don't want to be late. You don't want to be last because then all of a sudden, like Angelina will show up and everybody got to move. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to be the first ones there." And I remember the dress, because we got the invite maybe a week before, I immediately went to Diego and was like, "We need to design a dress." He made that dress for me within 6 days. And then I think my hairdresser or someone was flying to New York. So they flew the dress back with them, put it in the Uber when they landed at 3 a.m. And then the Uber dropped it off at my house at like 4 in the morning, right? The night before the Oscars. Have not tried
Wow.
on the dress, ain't just praying that it's gonna fit. Bitch, I put that dress on. I was so excited. I was in my room by myself. I put that dress on and I couldn't even zip it myself because the zip was in the back. I
Yeah.
was holding it. Oh my God, I hope it's gonna fit. But I was waiting to wake up Jennifer. I was scared to go up there and in her suite and be like, "Wake up, I want you." So I waited till an appropriate time, like 8 a.m. I was like, okay, she won't kill me at 8 a.m. waking her up. So I go
Yeah.
up there and she opened the suite and was like, and when she saw it, she zipped me up in it. And I swear to God, she started crying. She was like, this is, and I was like, oh my God, why are you crying? You know, and she was like, it's just so beautiful that this is going to be your day. And also, I had also had Diego to design a look for her too. So then I was like, please God, let her look fit, you know, and she put it on and it fit like a glove, bitch. Both of my clothes fit like a glove.
Shout out to Diego and praise the hands.
Yes, ma'am. So we went ahead and got that mug on. Lipstick Nick had done my makeup, because I can do my own face, obviously, but I was like, this is a big occasion. I want, you know, Lipstick Nick came. She came to the house. She did the mug. And we left and went to the Oscars. When we got there, get this, we got to the Oscars so early, they hadn't even opened the red carpet yet. Me and Jen walked up there. Now, mind you, it looked like a ghost town because we got there like 2 o'clock. The Oscars started like 6 LA time, right? So we're 4 hours early. Bitch, nobody except the fans who line up behind the fences were there. So you know Jennifer, she rolls down the window and was like, hey, all right. And we're waving, and they're like, hey. And then the people told us, the PR people for the Oscars, okay, welcome. So you guys, if you don't mind just staying in your car for a minute, because we haven't really opened the carpet yet. So me and Jennifer, in our beautiful gowns and looks, just sitting in the car, listen to the radio, like, all right, we're going to the Oscars. So then when they opened the carpet, we were the first people on the red carpet. And let me tell you this, Jennifer was exactly right. People love calling me. We were on the red carpet so early that originally we were only supposed to like do the pictures, talk to like one outlet, 1 or 2, and move it. Bitch, we got there so early, we took so many pictures because nobody else was there. So the paparazzi are all there, but no stars except us. So we were like, and they're like, another one. And then they were like, well, do you want to talk to ABC? Sure, because nobody else was there to talk to ABC.
Ain't nobody else there.
Of course they'll take Jen, but like I was like just happy because, I mean, I love thinking I'm a star, but trust me, amongst the stars, I ain't no star, bitch. I'm just happy to be there. I'm a queen that travels the world and does my gig. You know, I live. So it was so cool to be able to like go to Access Hollywood and chat with people and like, but the only thing was, Tony, my gown was so big because it looks beautiful in the photos, bitch. It's lovely.
Oh, yeah.
But functional, because see, at the Oscars, you don't get to have an assistant. You don't have a publicist. You don't get to bring nobody. So when I had to pick up that train, me. And there I am on the carpet carrying my own train. And then I stop at a thing, talk to people. Okay, thank you. And then I had to, all right, pick up the train. Get to walking, bitch. Oh my God. I was like, next year I'm wearing a mini skirt. Or if I get to come back, I'm wearing a mini skirt. Because I can see why the stars do a little simp. Baby, that train. And then get this, Tony, when we had to sit in the audience, oh my gosh. So we were on the floor level, but I was all the way at the back. But I was on the floor level.
But you was there.
I was
no matter where you were.
I was there. But it's theater style sitting. So think about going to the movie theater and sitting in the middle of the row because we have assigned seats. So sitting in the middle of the row and you having on 4 feet of gown, fuck it, 40 feet of gown, okay? And when anybody had to go to the restroom, because mind you, we were the first ones there. So I'm sitting in that chair for a good 2 hours because after walking around for a bit, you're like, okay, let me sit down. I'm in this 6-inch pump, you know. Bitch, everybody had to cross over me. So my poor gown, at one point, I just told him, baby, just step on it. It's fine. Just step on it. It did its due. We got the pictures. Go on. Because I can't pull it back no more. It's, you know, big man just crawling over me in my little gown. Jesus.
It's like, well, you know what? It's fine. Just whatever. We'll
it's good.
Another time.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Do what you got to do, baby. Come on through. It's fine. Step on it. It's good. Go on.
Now,
but it was great.
I was so happy and so proud that you had that moment because you, as long as I've known you, you have worked very hard and you've been smart about the things that you've done and very strategic. And I have seen one of those papers of you planning out everything. That whole sheet is full. When you have to start writing sideways and this way, bitch, the paper looked like Tetris. It looked like stuff to it. But everything gets done.
I'm very much, and I wish I had my notepad in here with me right now because I have a list for today. I have a list for me and I have a list for my mom of
Yeah.
things that she also needs to get done. I'm like, okay, so we had to organize this. You have this downtime. We have some projects here in the house at the family home in Texas. Let's get these things done.
Let's get it done. Well, speaking of getting things done, you about to grace us again on TV. Now on HBO. This keep just moving up. So April 23rd, we're here. It's you, Bob the Drag Queen, and Eureka are going
Yes.
to star in this new show. Tell us a little about it because it gives me the Fab Five people.
Oh,
What's the
queer eye for the straight. Queer
Queer
eye.
Eye? It gives me Queer Eye vibes. Tell
Yeah.
tell us about it.
Well, I will say this. It could totally have that feel to it, but when you see it, you'll see so much
Mhm.
more because not only are we going into small towns across America, so just small towns across America, connecting with people who have LGBT, who are part of our community or adjacent to our community, who have LGBTQ stories,
Mhm.
highlighting those, helping them realize their best selves, journey through that. But then also an element that no other show has like this, at least in the US for me, is putting on, we have to produce a drag show in the
Oh,
middle of nowhere where they generally, most places have never had a drag show before. Go out to the town, promote it, try to fill the seats in there, and
yeah,
find a venue in the places where they don't have like your local drag bar. We're like changing ice rinks, into drag venues and that kind of thing. And then we have to also take our people and we have to put them through like training, rehearsal, and then we have to produce a show. And
yeah,
my daughters, we came for the pageant. Now it's not a
right,
competition, but we came for the pageant. And you got my
yeah,
name on you. Oh, you about to be lovely on this stage. So I get them right on together, and it's gonna be fun. It has a lot of heart to it, but
yeah,
it's gonna be explosive. And I can't wait. I think especially right now, Tony, so many people need something that is inspiring, that
yes,
makes you reconnect with the humanity of our world. And
yes.
I think that's what this show is gonna do for them. April 23rd. Yeah, we're here on HBO. It should be really
Yeah.
awesome.
And you're right. We definitely need this, and I'm glad that this is going to be something that future generations can watch because we all have our things that we watched growing up because we needed to feel that connection and feel related somehow to the LGBT now QIA community.
Right,
And
and that's
so,
what I say, Tony. It's like, I love Drag Race. 'Cause obviously, I've been there 90 times. I love Drag Race, but this is like Drag Race in a way. It's not like Drag Race actually at all because it's not queens competing, but it is kind of like drag outside of the workroom and
yeah,
how we do as queens across America. I think queens would really love this show too
yeah,
because it shows what you have to do when you putting together a show. And a
yeah,
lot of us do shows.
yeah,
So it's like, okay, how do I put together the show in the middle of nowhere? I ain't got no fabrics, the kind I like, but I can figure this out and
yeah,
we're gonna get this right on together. And luckily I have a team working with me. It ain't me sewing, okay? I ain't creating costumes. Thank the Lord, okay? But they allowed us to bring a great team in. So I work with Diego Montoya and I work with Boomcack on makeup
mhm,
and Manny, my friend Manny as well for makeup and Gloria from Wigs and Grace for the hair. And we've just had really great teams to work with. Diego
yeah,
Montoya said on the designing and Marshall and Angel. So that's really cool. But another thing that's really cool with this, when HBO brought us this show and asked us to be the co-host for it, we asked them, and they were so awesome to agree with us. We wanted to be co-producers.
oh,
And not only are we
business,
co-hosts on this show, business.
business fish.
But they knew what we were bringing to the table. We're helping to produce the show. They do a great job with it, and
Yeah,
IPC, the production company, great job. But they knew this is coming from a queen perspective. This ain't queens being put into somebody's world and listening to what they tell. No, we are creating over here, and they
yeah.
honored us with a co-producer title as well.
That's business. That's why she got a song called Professional because she's what? Professional. Always.
Yeah, it's really cool. So, it's cool during this time. Like, We're Here that's coming April 23rd, but also I'm going to be dropping, should I say this now? Soon, very soon, i.e. this week, something brand new from Laquifa to help bring some smiles to all my fan base and people who just need, a laugh or a moment, an hour to take their mind off of some stuff in the
Yeah.
world
Well,
right now.
You know what? I knew something was brewing because you was posting a little too much of Latifah, and I said she got something going on. She gonna
It's
tell
gonna
me
be
when we
available
talk.
worldwide. Worldwide this week. Stay tuned to my Instagram.
Okay, look,
I
always
love having
working.
a surprise. Ask anybody. Ask Alyssa. I threw her a surprise birthday party in Las Vegas in January before all Corona.
Yes,
And I just love throwing parties and bringing smiles and like surprising. I love surprising people. I live to surprise folks. I love it. It's sometimes a little more work than you be like, ooh, shit, I should. Well, next time I'm gonna sit at the house. But actually, I
yes.
love surprises.
Me too. Well, Shangela, we gonna look forward to this surprise. I appreciate you so much. I love the fact that anytime I call, you're always like, "I'm down to do it." I also did screenshot that conversation, so I got the receipt that no matter when I come to you, you just gonna say yes. Done.
Say what?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to the show and keep doing you. You
Thank
make all of us so proud. And let me know who your pastor is so that way I can get my career on the
you.
trajectory too.
Ooh, hallelujah. I sure will let you know. And Tony, thank you. You know what? It's great. One thing that I'm so fortunate in this world is to have great friends and friends who I've been able to keep for years and years and years. And
Yeah.
and for you, years and years. You are so old. But anyhow, that I appreciate. You do show up. You show up to support me, and I will support you as well. I love you, my friend. So keep washing
Yes.
them hands. Keep
Yes.
socially distant. Keep that ass at
Yes.
home.
Yes.
And we're going to make it through.
We gonna make it through. And look, call Jen back before she cuts you out and tell her
Oh,
I
I've
said.
already gotten 2 text messages from her going, MF, where the F are you? Call me.
Well, thank you again, Shangela, and good love to your family, and keep doing what you're doing. We're gonna be here to
Thank you.
support you.
I love you. And thank all y'all for commenting and watching. I appreciate it. I know we didn't get to like look down there and talk much, but we
Yeah,
love you.
we love y'all.
Bye,
All right, bye,
Tony.
Shangela. All right, yeah, that was a lovely conversation with Shangela. Thank you again, Shangela. Y'all, make sure y'all go follow her at Shangela on Instagram. Support her because she always has stuff coming out. And don't go anywhere because today is my day to tell you more. We got more guests, more fun. So stick around on my Instagram right here at Lounge with Tony. Tell me more is coming up again. Thanks again, y'all, for watching. Bye.